there in itself, so fair play to her, victim of circumstance, and I'm ready for some counter chat. It's been a while, 3 weeks away from the microphone. I haven't talked about it, I haven't whispered about it, and the odds could not be closer. Complexity Vitality going down in a best of one.
Bloody Nora, that one is tight, and we're going to have a tight start here over towards this B bomb site. 3 players very quickly for Vitality out the gates here, looking for some control, and that's forced the rotation from Config. He needs to get over here and help out JKS. Light util on Apex for the execute, and well, of course, Zowie with that P250.
Okay, don't fancy his chances with a P2K, and against Zowie no less, immediately loses his head, and Zowie already aware that there could be a potential behind the girder. Oh, nice pop from the CT. He's just keeping that B pop at bay. It is going to be a B finish here. JKS has called upon Blame F from mid, so there is a bit of a gap for that late mid, and here they come. JKS blind, vision restored, and now neutralized. One, a tarred headshot, but another found, and JKS has knocked the entire team on their bottom. Only the late arrival in mid. Way too late for Shox to find impact. He'd have loved to have been a prong in this assault. Now he's the only one.
They know he's a lurky boy as well here, so already looking towards that CT spawn. Shox's days are numbered now, has been found out. Poison starting to rotate around and close the door on this one. Bomb is down. Anything for Shox now is a positive, but look at all 4 just hovered around that bomb site. There's Rush dropping. That's the kit. That's a start.
I've decided, Chad, that girder position, what do we call it? We're not quad.
Construction?
Construction?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about where JKS just got 3.
Oh, what did we call that? I think we were calling it quad. Yeah,
quad.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not making that up. So I decided that quad position is probably where we want to put our pit players, because there's a lot of those awkward little headshot angles over the box onto Masuta there on that gen.
Yeah.
Like, you put your sharpest tool there, and he can get a lot of work done. Shox, of course, unable to make the 1v4 a reality.
Now, we have a friend of ours who, when we play with, Rush, are you with us?
Let me find my button. Hello?
Hi, Rush. I'm sure when you saw Juzzy Bear there, you knew he had 3 kills, right?
Yeah, I love playing there. I think it's so sick.
I've seen you get full 4 aces, actually. But like,
Nice.
this is the Masuta shot. First is free. This one, not easy. And then the third comes just off shadows and timing. Lovely stuff from JKS. A 4th to add to his repertoire as well. And a great start from the Australian sniper? Star. He certainly isn't a sniper, but he is someone that we're going to be looking to see a lot out of.
Yeah, we never let him pick up the AWP
No,
in
in
the old
fact, he's
days.
banned.
He really didn't like that. But I think one of the sentiments I want to run with the desk here is we do have what appears to be a majority full eco. It's just Shox with the P250 for this one for Vitality. Is that of JKS, right? There's been a lot of scrutiny around what he's brought to this team. And I think all in all, the squad as a whole has been hovering around the same point for some time now. So if they're going to show up, an event like this is a great place to do so, and a struggling Vitality is a great opponent to kick things off at. So 4 kills for JKS in the pistol, that's what we want to see, and that's what we need to see more of. I can't be Mr. Nice Guy all the time.
Very familiar role. You'll be seeing this type of play in all 7 of our maps in terms of just finding that information safely, because we have seen time and time again the powers of just a half investment, a powerful pistol in the right hands. And so getting this information the way JKS is, and oh god, he only gets a second to unload some map damage, and he does connect nicely onto Zowie. No one's down. I spoke too soon. Zowie caught through the floorboards, and the rest a lovely mop-up. Config and JKS, their powers combined is plenty to deal with that B-stairs push.
All right, we can get the gun rounds underway here. So all the nonsense out of the way early, and the AKs will come out. You can see everybody on Vitality have enough cash to do so. AK's utility. There won't be an AWP in the mix just yet. Yeah?
I mean, just that Apex interview really stood out to me, because now I'm looking at the names, I'm like, yeah, fair play. There's 3, the majority of this Vitality roster are kind of, you know, tight-lipped youngsters who aren't going to be putting you in your place when you're having a discussion or a difference of opinion.
Yeah, Zowie not like simple in terms of his demeanor,
look
right?
At this, they're straight down the stairs. That movement was completely in the blind spot. Config has slipped the net in that regard. Does look like a lot of pressure onto Rush, and appropriately, Rush is pressing all the right buttons. Nice catch, Rushley.
Bloody nuke just went off there. Look at all the damage done.
Is that down Ram?
Masuta, Shox. Yeah, they are all absolutely tickled
and there's
on
more.
Up. Bowling from Poison there as well. Just crowd control central here from Complexity down towards the fork or X-fork left room.
Oh, and that was all while the smoke was up, Chad. Like, that's all, to an extent, unconfirmed damage. Just, of course, the death of Apex takes his 3rd. Yet to see a frag out of Dan Madesclair. Oh, I don't know why I feel like an F1 commentator when I use their real names. Dan Madesclair.
I haven't watched enough of, what's the next Netflix show called?
Drive to Survive.
Okay, I might need to get started on that one. You guys all hype it up.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's just the power of proper content. Tom Newman would roll in his grave. And that's a big shot from Kyojin straight off the boost. Reaction from Rush is limited. Only the MP9 had to try and find a quick connection, and now the rest looks like it's going to just fall into place for Vitality. Despite the early casualty, this is a lovely recovery from them. They were completely forced out of A, and they've just brute forced their way on the other side of the map.
Yeah, and Poison isn't to know how much of this damage is done. As you said, unconfirmed. So Masuda, Shock, ZywOo combined, they're all limping, and it's only Kyojin with that HP. If he knew, maybe you'd have a little bit of a look in here, but saving that M4 appears to be the better option. So just tucking himself in for the save, and I think we have to credit that boost and that shot from Kyojin onto JKS there. He misses that. The rest of his teammates all low. The round could easily fall apart here, so great stuff there from the new addition. Yeah,
and 0 to 100 as well for Rush. You know, you go from being the second part of a mid defense to, oh god, construction's dead in one click and there's 4 people around the corner. It's just Vitality, a good move around the map, a quick adjustment. And the smokes were still up as we discussed. Unless they were feeling really pushy for that info on ramp, it was just good play from Vitality. And so the first round on the board for them on their T campaign. Yeah, interesting to note, as we saw some in the webcams there, it does look like the Vitality players are from home at the moment, whereas Complexity, as far as I understand, have gone for a bit of a boot camp situation over there in Denmark. And that's something that we know earlier in the year was plaguing them, not being able to be together due to this whole COVID situation. But now they've been able to get another one under their belt. I'm not sure if Poison's there with them. His ping is a little bit higher than everybody else's, so we might see his webcam from home. But maybe that can be a positive factor for this Complexity squad today. Single saved AK for the CTs here, just going to look to do as much damage as he can, kick and scream, as Vitality look to secure their second. Here a pin drop right now, nice silent stuff from both teams. Complexity just hoping for a sound cue, or hoping they walk into this stack. This boost, I swear, it's always getting checked. I kind of like that they've set up the stairs. We'll let JKS peek. Oh my god, it doesn't get much. And now they'll have to mantle swiftly just to try and grab a handful of frags, and it's very short-lived. Well checked, and a good spray from Apex confirms it. And that AK does not get a chance to fire a bullet. Absolutely pristine from Vitality. Yeah, crazy how we started, round number 3 with Vitality looking like they were going to lose it easily, and now they've converted an easy round to their own. So Complexity get the guns back out. Poison still yet to wield the AWP. And I know in the past when we've watched Poison on this map, right? I remember it was a long time ago when we were casting, I think it was either with Henry or Lauren last year, we had that Poison round where he's come through and won some crazy clutch retaking the B bomb site. But what's stand out in more recent time for me with Poison is his proficiency on the rifles on the T side, going for picks up towards this A ramp. We'll get to see that in the second half, but let's get this one back underway, as it does appear to be what looks like a bit of an A creep again. And boosty boost? Yeah, this is not an angle you'd be expecting as you walk on up the ramp, thinking you might be covered on off from the headshot line. I don't hate it. Config to swing on contact, responsible for short. They're going for a double scav peek. Masuda first contact on this ramp, Apex to swing. And Poison's already taken that contact, that's perfect. Oh, and the control is there. 2 frags on the defense, and just like that, they disintegrate upon the ramp. Break against the rocks. There's not much more to be written. Shocks will go down, takes one with him. Complexity responding kind, actually a pretty damn clean one. And look how many AKs they hoover up. Yeah, it's been clean rounds when they are converted, or relatively. At least that's what the scores on the doors are saying. And that was a 4-man A lean out the gate, right? 2 players for that boost, Blame and Rush. You had old mate Config playing over towards the short position, and Poison in no man's land on the sandbag. You can see how that works, the perfect bait. They start to swarm, and that really just filters them into the line of sight of the boost there, so great stuff. And testament to that being part of the strategy is you saw Poison crouch with his knife out as soon as he's taken contact on that. Please don't kill me. No, just survive. He's ready to smoke anything but take a fight. We're back to it. Oh my god, it's deja vu, it's Groundhog Day. The alarm clock sounds and the nades land. This is the thing, if Complexity want to continue with this aggressive stance and get all the grenades early down in towards the fork room, Vitality can just sit back and allow them to hit shy. So not too much damage done this time round, and well, that early wave of utility has forced Vitality back in limbo right now, heading over towards the B-bomb site. Shox has already taken control of the base of the stairwell. It is JKS on his lonesome over towards this quad position. Or we're going with Gerda. This quad is such a lovely one-syllable wonder. I like quad. And there is only 2, I understand. There isn't 4. Quad. I think we'll all get over it together. He's mollied out and flashed out. How is he supposed to survive? Death sentence for JKS. The rest, I'm afraid, will get a lot more chaotic. Good util from Config trying to segregate, but as soon as he emerges, he's met with lead. The rest should fall into place for Vitality. 2 frags and hesitant CTs now as the bomb comes in thanks to ZywOo. Yeah, it might be the save call here, surely, but Apex already on the hunt. Oh, Oh, Blame is active, but so's Apex, and he will punish already. God, these rounds are so volatile. It's either one or the other, just absolutely dismantling.
Yeah, it's really hard right now to see the pace of the game as well. Obviously, Vitality more so get to dictate it here, but you're right. In the outcome, it's feeling like whoever... it feels like whoever's just made that right call just wins. Like instantly into JKS, perfect execute. They just had to hit those, wasn't 2 easy kills, but 2 kills and the round's done. So if it continues in this simple nature, I think Vitality will end up on top. With the T side, right? They'll humble that CT economy a little bit earlier, but bomb goes off, 3-3, and it's tied up here in the early stages. Money, look, there's a conversation right now for complexity. Rush could drop a FAMAS. You could get Blame buying into a rifle. Poison could glass cannon with an AWP. JKS could buy himself a UMP or something of the sorts here to defend close. And, well, a timeout is called here from the international squad. Maybe that exact discussion is going on down right here, right now. At the moment, it just feels like having to win those heads-up duels, right? If you win that opening kill, that might be enough to dissuade or set yourself up to close out a round. But here they come straight through the smoke, not scared of anything. Flashes are perfect. Utility's great. No man land for JKS here, and see you later, mate.
Just completely booked, isn't he? And I mean, if you've had success on the pistol where they're probably not going to molly you, now you've had a B take on a buy where you are going to be mollied out of position. I think you might have to cancel that quad position for a while. JKS is at least going to be paranoid, because that was a very damning death.
Especially if he burns his smoke like that, right? If he saves his smoke, maybe he can drop it at his feet, gives himself something to maneuver around. Still a very tall order, but you can see there with the scores on the doors.
A compromise, Chadney.
Oh, that's unusual.
There's a couple of smoke grenades, the M4 preserved, and we're going to be seeing those HEs, 3 HEs to be precise, in play. Vitality heavily favored here, but it does look like they have some intentions with this one. Off the boxes, Poison's going to wait for the Q. Vitality still seem to be at arm's length, and Blame can just gaze over that smoke. That's a lovely one-way. Just for information more than anything else.
It's not in play right now, but we might need to check in with Config here. Is he being a cheeky boy and just hiding here with it? He is indeed. All right, well, might get the sound effect out early today, ladies and gentlemen.
They're doing that same boost. No, Jake. Oh, I just realized JKS has had a couple of real brutal deaths over these last few rounds. Oh, Config. Oh, in transition. Kyojin converts the necessary frag, and that's not the first time either.
All right, well, that is the start Vitality need, and still plenty of time on the clock here. Just sub 1 minute, 55 seconds to be exact. And, well, regrouping, name of the game for Vitality. They've got the util advantage, they've got the weapon advantage, and they have the number advantage. Another player spotted over towards the construction. Yeah,
Rush could be a hero here. If they could get these 2 frags, everything changes. There's weapons to be recovered. He seems willing. It's a predictable spot, trying to evade the flame. The fights are coming. Rush, clean. Can't quite make it the dream. 2 would have been it. 1 will have to do. JKS, you'll never guess where he is. Standing vigilant on B again. This time, a good chance and a good headshot as well. AK recovered, more damage to be dealt. Can't quite find Zywoo. But still, they've made it costly. If Apex does go down, Blame's in a position to at least make it costly. So low. 1 bullet from Apex's AK did land into his ginormous thigh. Yeah, he's going to just basically see if they come to him here.
Yeah, they're going to offer him
If Masuta gets a little nervy, starts jiggling in the wrong way. Yeah, so I was playing safe, as he should, and it seems Blame will do the same.
Yeah, get that AK and get on out. Maybe he doesn't want to make the sound cue here. No dramas with that. He's going to try and get out of this bomb radius, but now Vitality will be taking the lead for the first time in this map so far. Remember, this is the best of ones. That's how we kick off IEM Summer. Best of 1 as the openers, and then you have the best of 3s as the deciders for either tournament life or progression throughout. We'll get into those playoffs next weekend. 6 teams, best of 3s, and then a best of 5 grand finals. So lots of Counter-Strike to be played, and lots of Counter-Strike to be learned. We were talking about it on the desk, and it's going to be a massive talking point. Is Ancient throughout, right? It's just going to be such a huge conversation point this weekend.
Well, I mean, I love the idea, and we haven't been able to document it because it's all happening, you know, behind the curtains and the shadows. But all of the greatest minds in Counter-Strike have been handed a new toy. Yeah. And we are going to watch as a community as it unfolds before our very eyes. Look at this mid-aggression straight into JKS. He does well to find the first, but Config needs to bail out, maintain the numbers. Nearly lost another as well. You can see Masuta brought down to 28.
Oh, Vitality have opt not to scramble here. JKS being middle means the setup is different. Poison
pulled them off A, though.
Yeah, they're actually forcing complexity here to respect this early mid presence, expecting a B split. Flames found a kill onto Apex, so this has completely swung back in Complexity's favor now.
Yeah, it really has. And now Poison as well in a completely unpredictable position with an AWP. I wonder if he's ready for this boost.
Oh,
he's not. Scoped in, and Zywoo gets a freebie. Another one. All that money lost. Big peak. Rush provides the first. 2-on-2 now as we've got so much time. Will things slow down? It's up to Vitality. And they're going in straight to config spray. A one-on-one established. Masuta to come up clutch. The rookie from last year now called upon to bring home the 1v1. Bring home the bacon. Nade looks good. And Masuta's out of there. Doesn't even need to fire a bullet. Blame F makes it even. 4-4. Damn, constant to and fro between the two of them there.
This is getting nice. The brawly nature. It felt like it's some time since we've been seeing rounds go back and forth just like that. Poison, really unlucky there, right? That AWP trained in.
Add that together with JKS. Like, their B defenders have got mighty unlucky so far.
Okay, well, they're tied up 4-4, but once again, the economy, there is some conversations to be had over in the Complexity camp. Vitality, they're all good for a buy. You'll see those AKs equipped. See the trading. This is what we love to see at this level of CS. Zywoo pops on up. And this nade off this beam right here, it's perfect. Perfect for the default plant spot.
Yeah, I mean, you know the map creator was just like, we do need a girder. we do need a girder here, don't we? JKS back to middle, undeterred after the previous. You'll get lots of sound cues from there. They pop flash for info. I like this. Zywoo's actually right there with the Lions in their den. Burnt a little, but stands strong. Things start to calm down just a little bit. There's a very heavy Vitality lean early for ramp control here.
Yes, same for Complexity though. Massive gap over towards B to be exploited. Shox is starting to have a little bit of a look. He's got himself in towards that lobby. There's nobody home. Config rotating back over now. JKS pushing mid and Poison. He's flashed on up.
Brutal little pop there. I think it gets stuck and pops early.
Lucky
very
to be
cool.
alive.
Listen to that
Look
cacophony.
at JKS. Look at where JKS is now. He's pushed all the way through middle. He's on a really, really hard flank here.
Oh, but B just went down. Shox is talking. JKS is going to have to... Oh, he can completely cut them off.
He needs a few. Yeah,
but with a FAMAS? Yo, this is fun. Look at the Vitality decision made. They're not willing to take the gamble. Shox is waving a flag saying B seems quiet, but it's only going to entice them further into A because of JKS's space. They're coming. They have to walk into the stack, and we've got 45 seconds to see how this unfolds. Util check. A smoke. 2. To be precise, the Molotovs to follow. Here they go. Blame. Supported by Poison. It lines up nicely. That's Kyojin with a huge double. JKS has neutralized the B presence. Won't be able to keep the AK, but now a 2-on-2 established, and that bomb will be planted. Zywoo plays from short. Poison waits for his teammate to return. Util on JKS. A smoke and a kit between them. Zywoo Molly as well for the afterplan. This is going to get fruity, Chad.
They need to get the smoke on the bomb here. Difficult to do so. JKS trying to line that up now. Lobs it out. Nade's going to follow on through to crowd control that ramp, but the smoke, I think it's a bit deep.
Ooh, that Molly could be good. They're on it. They're on it. Kyojin jumps through. Poison and JKS, though. One frag. They need to hold it. JKS gets the frag, and they have time. What?
Oh, he picked it up. He picked it up. He picked it up. He didn't have it when he started defusing.
Yo, that was sketchy as hell. 5 for Complexity. Snatched away. And everyone combined there. That was such a masterful round. Just seeing the presence alone from JKS, forcing them into that fight, and Vitality still made a real fight out of that.
It's crazy, right? And this comes down to the details these two teams know about each other. The fact that they kill Config on the B bomb site and JKS doesn't peek, they know that JKS is somewhere else. You could see Apex on his cam as he's lingering in that lower section going, hold up, do we go back towards B? But they had no idea where JKS was. That forced them back towards this A bomb site.
Yeah, but to have the proactive, not only getting that smoke down quick enough, but to be immediately taking the insight to, I'll peek above this smoke, you have the AWP, you're going to be taking the initial fight and then defusing. Oh, it was cool. Gangster stuff. Complexity take 5.
Oh, look how ugly this Complexity buy is, though. FAMAS's 4 of which, and wow, Apex getting fired on up in his bedroom right there. They have the better buy, and they still have a chance to break Complexity here. The economy, it's not been able to build. Vitality is still in a very, very good position on this T half.
I haven't seen
to convert one of those.
Anything out of Poison's AWP early. I'd love to see him just spread his wings, admittedly. At this level of Vertigo, it's very unlikely you're going to be given that smooth line of sight to first blood. Config gracefully descends, and a T-smoke early by the doors. Poison has drawn blood. Speak of the devil.
Was it a leg as well? Masuta's down to 15.
Right. Damn, that's a lot of damage out of that first bullet. Blame baiting on that sandbags. He will be checked. Oh, this is actually really risky stuff. Vitality, they're just choosing to go dry. It's so perfect for Blame too, not the 3. But bomb loose and rush to finish it off. Nice find.
Oh!
And a quick snap out of Poison's AWP. He opens and closes the round for a 6th.
Only one AK scavenged up there by Rush, so unfortunately Config and JKS will need to continue forward with the Famises. And the loss bonus here for Vitality, it's at a decent point of the game.
But Chad, you just highlighted how broken Complexity were. It was 4 Famises and AWP, and we've just seen Vitality, you know, obviously hindsight's 2020, kind of rush things a little bit.
Yeah, you could see that they wanted to try and play that rotation, because after Poison goes to that pick, it's likely he drops back to more of a passive line. It's just lucky Blame was there in like a safety net position.
He happened to be there.
Look at this fight, though.
Absolutely dreamy. Okay, so what's Poison up to? His usual antics. Has a look and
he
gets
got legged.
A Zywoo bullet to the toe. Involuntary nail trimming.
Okay, well, the fact that they've, I don't know if it's hit the big red button, but they've given Zywoo, let's say, the best weapon in the game. I don't think too many people would argue with that. Shows a bit of a shift here in tact. So creeping up the ramp, Apex dealing with the one-way smoke. Nobody home, and they're just playing contact here, Alex. Apex is searching for a timing, and he found it. Poison wasn't ready.
And he does confirm they've swung across. A lot of space lost now for the CTs, and spring into action is Blame, and Rush is the one to deliver. 2 headshots, and that's everything Vitality had just completely laid to rest, and Kyojin reignites the flame.
His aim is one thing, isn't it? We've seen a couple of big shots out of Kyojin. Obviously raw in terms of his...
They're not, no, they don't have to be in a hurry, but it feels like they are. Straight towards the B stairs, already util deployed. JKS swings out, and in the black smoke, it's going to be another bullet connecting for Zywoo. A chance for Kyojin. That was so low. Oh no.
Rush is on for the ace here.
He could finish it off for them. Nice default molly. Will stop the default plan. Has to push forward. That's the bomb on his back. They're so low. Rush could be on for the ace. You're right. Blame actually coming in with the perfect flank. Zywoo will have to consider this. Will his spidey sense tingle in time? Doesn't seem to be the case. Oh, but Blame's taking his time as well.
This is a tough clear.
He's coming up on that sandbags peak. They're both... Oh, the timing's going to be...
Oh, no,
the sound cue! They don't hear it. Everything's fine. We can calm down, right? Right. Zywoo evades the shots, and now it's all onto one-on-one. Blame's coming in. It's rare to see Zywoo mess these up. Trying to reposition. The time is his best friend. He's taken cover just about time, and Zywoo will snatch it away with 4 of his own. Wow, that round went back and forward like a yo-yo.
That is a fumble right there from Blame, surely. The low HP of those 2 players, they even were coming in his general direction. He even gets away with the sound cue, and Zywoo still recovers that situation.
Zywoo's low. I think he brings him slightly lower through the girder. I mean, Zywoo turns it around. We'll see this reaction from him. This is how he enters straight through the black smoke. Doesn't even hesitate with the tracer fire. All of these shots lined up by Zywoo. You give him an inch and he will take him out. Look, this is the shots. He's shooting into his arm.
He's so
down
low.
to 9 HP.
Yeah.
And has the presence of mind to deal with the trade from Rush. Ouch. Yeah, that's going to leave a mark for Blame.
Yeah, in a big way. That's frustration. Once they go back and they watch that in the demo and they see how low HP Zywoo was in that scenario, yeah, that's definitely a complexity round to lose. This is Vitality's chance to convert on the tail end of this half here. Scores 6-5, but money and complexity, it's on the ropes. They get the AWP back out for Poison, Deagle for Config, UMP for Blame, Famis again for JKS. What a miserable buy it's been for these boys the last few. Vitality can really punish here. Looks like a lot of mid presence. They've gone for this 2-man mid lane again. JKS and Config up close and personal. Config's about to get a lot of contact.
Eesh. Yeah, the first bullet's not there, and now it's only going to be Vitality. 2 bodies dropped in middle. CTs are going to have to scramble now. They'd love to take some space back. And this is the joy of Vitality. This is the luxury they're now given. They can spread themselves out nicely. Going to be a gamble of complexity. And it could be a gamble in the absolutely right direction. 3 members, all 3, leaning towards the first letter in the alphabet. And here comes the French.
Bomb's committed. Apex is the furthest forward right now. He's leading the charge, leading by example. He might be walking them straight into a trap.
Rush needs a clean one here. Oh, but Shocks is sharp and blames his next victim. Just like that, the round tumbles. Poison's got everything to do and no hope. And Vitality starts bringing them together. They could leave with the majority of rounds here on the T side.
Yeah, this is where it all changes. Check that bottom left-hand side of your screen out. The money at the high end is what? 2.25. That's for Config. The low end, well, not that much lower. 1.9 for JKS and Rush. That shows you where the loss bonus is at, ladies and gents. And oh dear, it only gets rougher from here for complexity. They made the right gamble stack. I just not sure how much they believe the kills came their way.
It's mad. I watched it from Rush's POV, and it felt like Shocks was lightning fast. I see it from Shox's POV. It's just an everyday crouch peek.
Having a bit of a saunter around the corner,
yeah,
really.
Crazy stuff. Either way, yeah, just the USPs. Not going to be a whole lot of fun for them.
Oh.
All right. Well, we take those.
Yeah, we definitely take those. The bomb's down just on the other side of that wall.
Oh, that's agreed. One of the 7 deadly sins, Chad.
Oh, that's unfortunate right there. Did you see the round the other day? It was Borup who's playing for Hyenas now.
On Vertigo?
Yeah, that was... Who are they playing against? I think it was Nemiga. That kind of a round, you should never be losing a round like that to a USP. That was wild.
Yeah, dude. I mean, especially because, you know, I love seeing players who will miss the first couple as well and still be able to pull a round out, like just that constant presence of mind of what they're capable of. Don't get thrown off.
Everything should be covered on off here. Safety and utility, always the way. Just going to make sure Blame can't find anything more. This has already been quite a costly round for Vitality. Bomb will go down. 40 seconds thrust onto the clock. And well, Blame's just looking for an exit, really. Next round with that 2,400 loss bonus that Complexity are looking at, the buys aren't going to be perfect. And we've already been talking about round after round how difficult these buys have been. I swear it's been, what, the last 4 rounds JKS has had to have a FAMAS at best. He hasn't been the only one. So in terms of the weaponry department, Complexity are being just beaten in that regard. So a few frustrating ones, but a very, very tight matchup so far. Scoreline will now fall once again back in the favor of Vitality. Blame had a bit of a look out. He's going down either way here with the bomb or with the frag. And it'll be with the C4. So there you go. 7-6. And yeah, look at this. 5-1. You can get a gun onto Poison. He's going to be buying himself up here with that silenced M4. Rush has got the same.
String of 3, though. We haven't seen Vitality do that before. 3 rounds in consecutive fashion puts them just ahead of Cole, and you can see Poison did manage to land a couple of nice shots. The Zywoo dink, double dink, I should say, putting an armored AWP down and out. Very nice stuff.
Really low U2 here for Complexity, and they're fighting straight away. 2 of them immediately taken down. One in exchange for Rush.
He has to. He knows they're going to be pivoting. Oh, does he take the gamble? Masuto's a wise owl. He's played a bit of more tier 1 Counter-Strike. He knows they'll take that space back. Sticking around, doing his due diligence, and Rush thinks better of it. 90 seconds thrust onto the clock at 2-man disadvantage. Evened out a little upon the death of Zywoo. Back to middle now.
Blame needs 2. One's not enough here.
But it's such a predictable position. Their trading has been so good, and now they're opting for the boost. It's a hard adjustment, and just like that again. He's 3 for 3 on these openings in mid.
Kyoja's been great on those boosts. That aim, that raw potential has just been slicing through Complexity here, and now Rush, well, he's hit some good shots. That's another, but this is really not his round to win.
Yeah, but look how ahead of everything he is. He's so ahead of the util. 1-on-1, every duel isolated. This is brilliant. Rush has only got 1 more to find. Late arrival, and he's already hunting him. He knows where you're coming from, and that is magnificent. Rush. Dust off his shoulder. He steals a 7th away, and that was all him, baby.
How's he been able to slip through that? That is insane.
The proactivity, dude. By the time that molly and smoke, just as they feel like they've bought themselves some breathing room, he manages to catch them. As the bomb's going down, he gets 1, gets another, and they're all 1-on-1s. It's the dream clutch.
The thing is, Vitality did this perfectly, right? They withstand the storm of the early aggression because Complexity have to put their bodies on the line. But look at this. Oh, it looks too easy.
And then look at this. He's already heading stairs. He's just already thought about it. Doesn't let the clutch slow down. Keeps that kind of
huge
constant, what would you call it?
Pressure?
Discombobulation of the fact that 2 people have just died.
Yeah, the comms at that point are so all over the shop. Yeah.
That's the sound, I mean. If anyone's wondering what's happening, the sound in their heads.
Is that French communication?
Yeah.
We'll have to ask Matthew if that's how it goes.
I think that's how it goes. Zywoo has started off with a bang. Yeah, another one.
Through the smoke?
Straight through the ramp. And another poor disadvantage for Complexity. These poor boys. Bullied a little. Config does kick at least one of them down in the dirt, but here we have a 4v3, and JKS demanded to be a hero with that FAMAS, his signature weapon at this point, and yeah, you see the punishment of that weapon wasn't the head. Chad's putting a full Listerine face here in the studio.
That one is rough. There's been a couple of rough deaths for Complexity here, but Vitality, I'm just loving how they've been able to show us all these different faces so far. Surely they don't slip another one into Rush's hands here. This feels familiar.
Poison just needs 1. Rush Capabilities not to be underestimated. Kyojin low. ZywOo on the default spot and down. It's Poison that hits it. Now he knows where they both are. This will not be easy. Time so sensitive. The shot hit. He can try and hold it.
Needs to get the kit.
Doesn't have it. Kyojin low just by existing. He's won this round. Yeah. Nice tries all the same. The final round concludes and Vitality take the half. 8-7. Damn competitive game to start off IEM Summer. Grab yourself some ice water. We'll be right back. Well, there you have it, an 8-7 half to kick off our very first map. Best of one to kick things off. This is Group A, the upper bracket quarterfinal. It's a mouthful, but Rush gives us an eyeful, a brilliant clutch towards the tail end of our first half that puts Complexity into a competitive stance. You can see it felt good. It felt good for everyone watching as well.
Oh dear, practically inseparable, I think is what we say at the half right there, 8-7, and if we factor in the ZywOo clutch with the Rush clutch, they both got away with a bit of daylight robbery. But check out this pistol, Complexity straight into things, 1xbet odds still bloody close as everything.
Yo, wait, 2 smokes, a molly, 2 flashes for a pistol, and you're going B early? Not what I was anticipating. I was expecting the full A smokes plant. Jibbly wibbly, and that's not a real word. Shox, however, is pushed up nicely, and he's right next to this booze.
This is a problem.
Will they clip? Have they fixed it?
Oh dear, this is a massive problem for Complexity.
If their Dora the Explorer backpacks poke through, it's all over. Oh dear. Hello, my name's Shox, and I'm dead. Config takes him. Apex is holding W. Look at this. Whoa. What is going on? He's playing GTA. Okay, hold on, hold your horses. It's chaos on the side, the smokes are up, bloodshed's in, everyone is going down. And as we just catch our breath, the unarmored Blame with 2 to find. They are right here on the site with him. 1 low. They'll double peek. Oh, he's got a little glimpse, a little glimmer. Here comes the contact. Blame's playing a smart game here. Sound cues intermittently. Oh, and there they are, both taking contact. A dream for Vitality to finish things off.
How insane they stayed like that close to each other. Yeah, I get the idea of trading, boys. What is that? Tied your bloody legs together?
Against a Glock?
It was a three-legged race?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a big pistol round. I thought that was going to go wrong out the gates, but this one right here from Config gave them the chance. Who was it? Was it Apex, you were saying, running through the site like a madman there?
Yeah,
that was
look at him. Look, there he goes.
Help!
What are you up to, bro?
Look at this. Where's he bodyguarding? Hey, Kyojin, yeah, I know. I used to be the rookie. Let me escort you in this one, shall we?
Look, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They take the round. Zowie doing some crowd control towards the ramp, some nades and MP9s alike. Whew, that was funny.
This looks like one of our games with all the MP9s we see coming in here.
Yeah,
I know it's pound for pound best gun in the game. But could be some wild scenes going forward if they hold on to all of these. Just the Deagle at Blame to be the can opener in this one. So if you are Complexity, you will see them transitioning back and forth between the bomb sites. We spoke about it in that first half. We'll do it again. And this is to help siphon through the nades, keep the CTs honest. And also, honestly, these days, if you find one pick, if you find yourself one upgraded gun, anything is really possible.
Like an Apex who gets dinked and then no. Never mind. Oh, wow. That was glorious. That's how all of us aspire to use our MP9, those little, precise, perfect bursts.
I think we're more like the hold the button down, don't let go of WASD, and jump.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's me, yeah.
You know what that is? That is the equivalent, I guess, when playing like Street Fighter or something of just being a button masher.
Yes,
right?
but as with Street Fighter, it has some legs to it. Now, we have got an update. So I was thinking about this. So I saw it on the brackets.
Yeah.
Gambit Sprout, the opening game of the other side of the group.
Oh, this is a bit rough, isn't it?
Yeah, so just for interest's sake, the winner of this one will be playing the winner of our game. So just keep that in mind. We might be seeing a Gambit versus Complexity or Vitality in order of keeping in that upper bracket of Group A. For now, we put our sights on this one. It is, I mean, a bit of a sketchy one for Vitality. You discussed the presence of the MP9s, but Zywoo's managed to maneuver nicely. Oh, where did his health just go?
I don't know. It just immediately disintegrated.
Like a wall bang with an AWP, but they don't have one.
That's very interesting scenes. Maybe Rushley will tell us it was just a bit of HUD lag, or maybe...
just some spam.
Okay.
It was quick.
Oh, he got wall
AK
banged.
spam, like to the dome.
Yeah, just AK spam.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay, has he got no helmet? No, wow, that's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage. All right, well...
I'll get over it.
Blink and you miss it.
You can see the holes in the wall.
Blame's on 1, and Zywoo's on 17, and I don't think anybody's seen each other yet, so...
Zywoo's dead, right?
Should be. Oh my god.
Oh, he's playing with fire.
How?
He actually gets a frag out of that. Finally punished. Well played. Apex has got his ears pressed to the wall. He's trying to communicate how much help he needs. He doesn't want to overestimate this. Util now forcing him further back, and they're coming thick and fast. Vitality in the right place. A tiny smattering of resistance, but well finished all the same. Carl take a round onto the AA site. Round 18 in the bag.
Well, that was practically a bonus round, but if you take a look, Masuda is low on cash here, and Kyojin can just buy. So for Vitality, they should be investing into this one, but hold up, Masuda had already dropped an AWP. Use your bloody eyes, Birchall. What's going on here?
5750 spent by Shoxy, though.
Ah, that's right.
So
okay.
you're Gucci.
Yeah, close that.
It's all that
might
sun.
need glasses, yeah. It's all going, mate. The glasses, the hair, the eyes, everything. Getting old.
Yeah, we just start falling apart at the seams at 25, apparently. That's just how it works.
This is a bit awkward for both teams, right? You can see Config and JK still with Galils and tagged on down. Poison operating with half HP now. Here comes a HE.
Can we take a second here, Chad, while we have a game that's really embodying it to explain why everyone is so hungry for that early B stairs / ramp control, one of the two, and why you are going to see the very best teams in the world end up sprayed, naded, weathering this storm when some people would say, just wait.
Yeah, I think the thing is early, if you give it up for free, it's very hard to retake. If you fight and you do damage like this early and at least get a little bit of control, you can then play transitional as the round progresses, right? So this A ramp control where you can see almost these limbo positions being held from Vitality, it's janky fights just like that the CTs are looking for, and look at that, in no man's land, in the open, more damage done, and Apex continues to put bullets down range.
That worked out so well, and the fact the bomb is loose as well is just a cherry on top. No, they have to use a smoke just to retrieve it. I mean, yeah, of course they do. They've got these little pokes and prods. They can peek in, spray in. The flash off for the short peek coming in from sandbags. It's really left Complexity in a real dire pot's position. Blame 2 HP.
Yeah, this one's going to be difficult to win. And I think, look, there is an avenue right now on towards this B-bomb side. They are open for business. Vitality are operating here in a 5-man retake setup. They've got eyes in the general vicinity, but nothing up close and personal. So the bomb should go down here.
Oh, go on, JKS. 9 seconds. He'd need 2 frags off the back of this flashbang. Peeking out, and Kyojin's there. Flame has to cancel the plant and just... Oh my god, careful. Yeah, 2 seconds left on that one. He does go down, and they maintain, even scavenge a couple of extra upgrades as well. So Dire Straits now, Cole. You've got 2K in the bank. You're already seeing that double digits get bigger. 5 rounds away from Vitality, keeping themselves in that upper bracket.
Really would have... I'm probably too critical here of a little detail, but I think that it could have had very big ramifications going into this next round of play. Blame F here in the final stages already started planting. There was plenty enough time to plant. He would have died anyway on 2 HP. Instead of getting the bomb down and giving money to his entire team, he went for a kill. Yeah, I don't love that, if I'm honest.
To construction fast. I like the call. I like the presence. I like the frag. This could get awkward. Shox has got a lot to do. Rush with and recovered FAMAS. Awkward spray for Apex. He does stabilize perfectly into 2 of them. But now Config behind enemy lines wishes he had more to say about that. Just momentary chaos, but recovered. And Vitality posts to 12, back to the weapons. But the CTs are going to have every bell and whistle they could desire now to defend their honor.
I think this is the biggest lead we've seen so far in this game from either team. So Vitality started a little bit slow, managed to get themselves into it towards the tail end of that second half. And now they're really showing a bit of dominance right now. Complexity have to get things going now. Not too many more gun rounds in their disposal. The AKs are out fast towards middle once again. Rush and Poison grouped on up. Shox has taken that AWP over towards B.
Kyojin, 20 frags, by the way, top of the scoreboards.
Great point. And it's a 3-man B lean out of Vitality here. This is an interesting setup. Oh, they're super aggressive as well.
Yeah, they've taken space. Jake,
this is a kill. It's a freebie.
He's not expecting this at all. It's with the AWP, and that's even baited in Kyojin. I'm not sure Blame's going to be ready for this. Masuta does well to find the one, but look at the amount of space Rush is trying to take. This looks a little freestyly to me. Straight in, loses his life now to Apex, and we do have a very intriguing mid-round here. It may not be for long. Poison jiggles out, can't deal with Zywoo. And Blame, you can see that distaste on his face. Not where he wanted to be, yeah. Bomb delivered by Rush straight to the generators, almost a full commitment to that B side of the map. If you could catch Zywoo, we can start having a conversation. Fresh magazine found, and taking down the star of Vitality show. Entry points are covered, and what a dunk from Apex. You love to see those. Oh dear.
Yep.
Okay.
And this is real problems for Complexity. Now, both teams on their CT sides have been quite gambly. Think about some of the CT maneuvers we saw Complexity. Remember with that boost, we had Poison over towards Sandbag. Oh, there's that nade. Look at this, perfectly lined on up. Great stuff there from Apex.
Son.
He's been practicing. But yeah, these CT sides, we've had some gambly maneuvers coming out from either side. Another note is obviously Shox here with the AWP as opposed to Zywoo. At this point, it's not, I guess, too much of a surprise.
He heard him, and you can see his immediate reaction. It's a full util dump, segregate as best he can, and it works out well. The rest are coming, audible for sure. Apex is there to support. Zywoo just peppers away at them, and it's all too easy. These rounds are coming so quickly towards Vitality. We are running towards the finish line here. Complexity just feeling it to fall by the wayside. I'm taking a look at that round recap. Good God, we've had 7 rounds of play in the second half, and it's all really, bar one, been blue on brown.
Yeah, look, when you have Config and Poison right now towards the bottom of the scoreboard, on this T side, from this point forward, is where these two individuals need to step on up. We've seen Config in plenty of maps. He can just go as an absolute monster. And I was talking about the positives with Poison and his rifle work over towards that A-ramp on Vertigo.
Look at these early CT
these
aggressions.
gambles are nuts, man.
Oh, and this is going to be salt in the wound. The flash! Apex flashing them into T-spawn at 1 minute 40. And now Zywoo, of course, has found a double on the off angle. Config does try and damage control a little, but gets the tourniquet on. But here comes Apex. He's ready to rip that bandage straight off. Through the smoke as it fades, they're so distracted, and more pain and suffering for Complexity.
See you later.
Vitality have brought a little bit of that CT flair to the gameplay today.
But this relates to what you were saying before about why the CTs fight for ramp control, because it's the Ts put all their eggs in one basket. Right now, Vitality are so aware of that they're pushing pressure points across the map. They're keeping them at bay with utility. They're going for aggressive maneuvers, targeting the extremities and the stragglers, finding themselves picks and forcing the issue. My question is, why haven't we seen this sooner? Because teams have just been doing 5-man A executes.
So, do you remember when Complexity didn't have enough strategies and were just pushing lobby on nuke?
Yeah.
We were kind of seeing that same CT aggression coming out of Vitality here, just taking that space, demanding it. Yeah, okay, well, Zywoo's already found an early blame. One-way smoke dropped. Kyojin's in a prime position to counter that, and JKS is his first victim. Half damage done, Shox demanded to defend. There is going to be 2 more players on their way, the only 2 players.
They got nothing.
And Vitality have ran all the way to that finish line here. Poison's got a Galil up against Shox's Orb. Meets the predictable fate, and yeah, this one is going to peter out. A quiet whisper into the second half. Looks great from the French. A little bit of chances from Rush, our clutch master. But Zywoo finishes it 16-8. Damn, we had an 8-7 half, and that one turns around. Vitality would take that, and the Bumblebee continues to flutter in the upper bracket.